Hello and welcome back to another one of Paul's beer reviews. I hope you're doing well today. I've got a Cornish Pale Ale to review for you. It's from St Austell, down on the south coast of Cornwall, and it's their Tribute Pale Ale. I couldn't believe I hadn't actually reviewed this beer. I had someone contact me and say, Paul, I can't find a Tribute review anywhere. So I went through a scroll through my videos and lo and behold, I hadn't actually reviewed it yet. So we're going to get it done today. It's the St Austell Brewery Tribute Pale Ale. I've been drinking this beer on cask on and off for a good 10 years or so. You can get this quite regularly on cask in the pubs around my neck of the woods. Always good on cask. Always enjoyed it on cask. So it's a very good pale ale. I haven't had it in a bottle for a long time though, to be fair. It's coming in at 4.2% ABV. It says right there. 500ml bottle. I picked this particular bottle up in Tesco, I believe. Might have actually been Morrison's. I grabbed a few bottles. I went for the 4 for 6 on the sort of trad beers that they had in bottles. But yeah, this one I've had many times on cask. Not had it in a bottle for a while. There is the bottle cap with the St Austell logo. With the purple and gold. This is their flagship ale. They've got a beautiful brewery, right say down on the south coast of Cornwall. If you're ever in that neck of the woods, I do recommend giving it a look. It's a lovely location they've got there, really nice. And they also sell Rattler Cornish ale in their brewery shop, and you can also get some really good Cornish gin in their brewery shop as well, which I do recommend. Yeah, here is the Tribute Pale Ale. There it is in the glass. Copper in colour. Slow moving carbonation. Rushing through that. Get condensation out of the way. Sure if you can see that carbonation. Rushing up the middle of the glass there. Good bit of life to it. It's got half a finger. Slightly foamy looking whitehead on it. Tiny bit up there, but generally that's a gold, dark amber looking pale ale. Looks all right. Let's get me snouting, see what the aroma's telling us. It smells nice. It smells nice and hoppy. A bit of grapefruit. Slightly piney. Smells good. It's kind of got like a West Coast kind of vibe. Bit of malt in there as well, caramel, toffee. The aroma is there. It is fading though. As I'm sitting here sniffing it, I feel like that aroma's getting harder to pick up. Give it a bit of a swirl without throwing it all over myself. But yeah, it smells good. But nice combination of sort of hops and malt coming through there. Like I say, lots of grapefruit, lots of caramel. It smells good. I'm going to get stuck in. Cheers, everyone. Thin, borderline watery, not much body to it straight off the bat, I will say that. Not really much in the way of a body on it, very thin. But it's hoppy, it's malty, there's a nice bitter kick to it at the back end, slightly piney. It's just thin. It's just short-lived. What you do get is nice, but it's short. That's the first thing I'm getting. I do feel if you're lucky enough to drink this on cask, it just adds an extra dimension to the beer. I think having that bitter body from the cask makes it a more rounded drinking experience. From the bottle, the first thing I noticed is how thin it is. It's very thin, it's very watery. It's got a good amount of carbonation on it, which I can understand why they've done that. Pump that extra bit of CO2 into the bottle range just to try and give it a little bit more of a kick, a bit more oomph. It does need it, but I mean, apart from the lack of body, it's good. Up front, grapefruit. Lots of grapefruit flavour. Slightly orangey, definitely citrusy. It's a slight bit of orange peel. Orange peel, grapefruit, and then comes a very smooth, sort of caramelly, slightly subtle sweet toffee malt character. And then the back end, you get a nice bitterness right on the top of the mouth, top of the palate at the back there. I'm not going to sit here and say it's outstanding, but it's good. It's good. It's a very, it's basic. It's a good basic pale ale. Basic sounds like such a, it's become almost an insult, hasn't it now? But it's good. It's not outstanding. It's not particularly memorable, but I mean, let's put it, it's not as bad as a Lidl or an Aldi pale ale, like one of their own brown ones. It's better. It's a level up. It's a level up from them. It's got hoppy character. It's got malty character. It's got depth of flavour. It's short-lived. It's thin. So they're the cheap elements to it. But the malt and the hops combine very nicely. They do combine very nicely. There's no metallic kind of flavour to it. There's no nastiness to it. Like I say, it's just a bit thin. It's just a bit of a short finish. But what you do get is good. Like I say, the malty, the hop flavours, the nice bitter finish to it. It's nice. It's drinkable. It's perfectly drinkable. I think, like I say, I got this in a 4 for $6 range at Morrison's. I picked up, I'd say, 3 other sort of traditional 500ml bottle ales from various different breweries. But yeah, like I say, I couldn't believe I hadn't reviewed this one yet. But this is quite affordable. I think you can actually get this one in Lidl sometimes. It's better than Doombar. Let's put it that way. When it comes down to the Cornish traditional ales, you tend to either find Doombar or Tribute. Doombar by Sharps and Tribute by St Austell. St Austell I would put above Sharps any old day of the week. It's a lot better than Doombar. Like I say, it's not going to blow your mind. It's not particularly complex or a particularly astonishing pale ale, but it's very drinkable. It's nicely made, cheaply made, I would guess at, but it doesn't taste cheap. It tastes good. It's nice. Excuse me. Very easy drinking. And on a nice summer's day in St Austell, it's the perfect beer, especially if you can get it on cask. If you can get this on cask, go for it. Do it. It's a lovely beer. I like it. I do like it. Like I say, it is a bit thin. It is a little bit on the cheap side, but it's very drinkable. The ingredients that have gone into it are good quality. Let's have a little read what it says on the bottle. It says, light and zesty pale ale brewed with specially sourced ingredients, including Cornish Gold and Maris Otter malts and hops from Slovenia and the USA. The malty base brings character and flavour and balances the beer's fresh orange and grapefruit notes. I was definitely getting grapefruit and a little bit of orange. Ingredients, water, barley, hops and yeast. So yeah, no nasties in there. It's a decent beer. It's basic, but it's decent. I like it enough to give it a solid 6 out of 10. It's slightly above average. And if you want a good, easily obtainable, affordable pale ale, you could do a lot worse. St Austell Tribute, 6 out of 10 for me. Give it a thumbs up if you've enjoyed this review. You take care of yourself. I'll see you on the next one.